Hello guys, welcome to the fiction series. Today we are gonna see, what if Naruto finds the lost power of Kurama? Part 1. If you want more awesome fan fiction like this, don't forget to hit that subscribe button. So without wasting any time, let's get into the video. At Backdemon, a villager shouts as the crowd continues to pursue the Uzumaki boy. Naruto was known to be the QB no Kitsun's Jinchuriki. Just for that, his life has been hell from the hateful glares to beatings, and the worst part is that the Sandaime was always busy at that time, but today would be different. At the QB brat says a random Chunin, who was getting too close to Naruto's position. Naruto keeps on running towards his house. He knows if he gets there he would be safe. Naruto is then tackled by a villager. Because of this, he lost his balance and fell on the ground. Finally, isn't it ironic? You put our beloved Yondaime down, and we're going to do the same thing to you bastard, says a drunk villager as the other villagers gather around Naruto and proceed to stab him with kunais and burn him with katen. Kakaku no Justu. Some of them put him on a cross they built and burned him alive. They finally avenged a Yondaime after 13 years or so, they thought. Naruto in his mindscape. When Naruto wakes up, he finds himself in a sewer. The worst part of this is he doesn't have anything to do with the damn fox. He's Naruto Uzumaki for Kami's sake, and he wants to be treated like a normal kid. Kami, damn it. Not like some kind of caged animal. Why does it always have to be me, thought Naruto angrily as he wanders around the mysterious place. Come to me, brat. Says a voice. Who said that? Show yourself, Naruto shouts as he walks around. After a few minutes he finds himself staring at a gigantic cage with the kanji seal on it. But you're finally here. The voice says. Who are you? Asks a terrified Naruto as he approached the cage. I am the QB no Kitsune. QB says. Wait, didn't the Yondaime killed you 6 years ago? And if he did, what are you doing here? Asks in frantic Naruto as he runs around screaming. Shut up and listen and don't interrupt me, cause this is gonna be a long story. QB says. After explaining that he was summoned by a man named Madara, Uchiha got his chakra split into 2 halves. Naruto thought about something that was bugging him. Hey QB, is there a way for you to get your full power back? Naruto asks the Kitsune. Well, I think so, but why? QB replies to the boy. It's just that I want this Madara guy to pay for what he did to you. Naruto says to the Kitsune. Well, at your current strength, you wouldn't be able to last a second with him. QB says to him. Okay, so I'm gonna have to train, but where? Asks Naruto, who looks a little but confused. Lad, you ask, you are going to be the fox summoner. All you have to do is make yourself bleed. QB says as he shows a grin to the boy. Wait, what? Where in my mind how do I make myself bleed? Naruto asks, who begins freaking out. Boy, just bite your thumb and smear it on the ground and you're going to do another thing for me, but that can wait for now. QB. Naruto did as he was told and waited for QB's next command. Okay, now what was lost to us return. The lost strength for the king of foxes has risen upon these dark times and on us. Now, repeat what I just said. QB says as he motions for the boy to continue the plan. What was lost to us return. The lost strength for the king of foxes has risen upon these dark times and on us. Repeats Naruto as he and Kurama start glowing white. Shinigami's realm. We find the Shinigami with Minato and the yin half of QB. I feel something inside of me changing. It's like I'm being taken away. Yin, QB says as he continues to glow white, but black chains are holding him down, stopping him from leaving. I see very well, you may leave to help the boy become stronger than ever. Do not fail me, Kurama, or you and your siblings will experience a pain far worse than death itself. Shinigami says as he touches QB, who then disappears from the realm. Wait, where did he go? And what did you just do? Minato asks Shinigami as he stares at him, waiting for an explanation. What I did is very simple, Yondaime Hokage. I gave the QB his full power back. He should be able to fight the Akatsuki head-on once he's strong enough. Shinigami explains to Minato as he sits on his throne and watches the projection. I see. Good luck, Naruto. Minato says as he shows a small smile at the crystal in front of him as the projection shows Naruto talking with Kurama. Konoha's fire temple. A 6-year-old Sora is currently walking with his father Kazuma. Suddenly, he started screaming in pain as the scattered chakra of QB leaves his body and disappears as if it never existed. Where did it go? Kazuma not believing that this happened. The best of Fire Country Seals masters managed to seal QB's chakra, but after 6 years, it just escaped. It was a simple plan. Make Sora obedient to him and be the strongest weapon in Fire Country, but that wouldn't happen as fate would have it. Back to Naruto. Naruto felt his whole body burning up and it honestly hurt. You're almost there, kid. Just hold on a little bit longer, QB says as Naruto grits his teeth, holding back the screams as much as he could. After a few minutes, there stood QB in full size. Okay, now rip off half the seal, that'll establish a mental link between us. Since you're the fox summoner, you can reverse summon yourself to Kitsune's den. I'll show you how to do it. QB says. Naruto then rips off the seal, then he does the hand signs and reverse summons himself to the location. When he arrives in the den, he's impressed by the beauty of the forest. There are foxes running around and having fun. Hey kid, focus chakra and say Kage Bushin no Jutsu. QB says as he sends a thought to Naruto about doing the hand signs correctly. Kage Bushin no Jutsu, Naruto shout as another Naruto comes to existence, but this one is different. He has red slitted eyes, red hair, darkened whiskers max, and he has fangs. QB, is that you, Naruto asks, unsure if this was his partner or not. No, it's the fairy godmother. Who do you think it is? QB replies sarcastically to the Uzumaki boy. Okay, I just have one question. What are we going to do here? Naruto asks him. Simple, my foolish friend, we are going to train you to be the strongest ninja in the world. QB says while flashing a toothy grin. Naruto has no idea what he got himself into. But still, things were going to change and maybe, for the better rather than the worst. It's been 6 years since Naruto began his training with Kurama, and the foxes learned the chakra control exercises like tree walking, water walking, sticking a leaf to his forehead, cutting a waterfall with his also learned Kinjutsu, Yuinjutsu, Jinjutsu, Taijutsu and Ninjutsu. His skills were mid-level. Was the time for him to go back to Konoha. Show just how much of a mistake the civilians did messing with his childhood. Kid, you ready for this? Asks Kurama. Yeah Kurama, I'm ready. Says Naruto, and he did the hand signs to reverse summon himself back to Konoha. When he did, he found himself in front of the gate. Hey Izumo Katestu, what's up? Asks Naruto. Naruto, is that you know way Hokage-sama has been waiting for you to come back. Says Izumo. Alright later guys. Says Naruto as he shushes into the Hokage tower. At the Hokage tower, Hiruzen Sarutobi, the third Hokage, was doing the most horrible thing in the world, paperwork, but somehow it's like he isn't as much energized as earlier in his life. See, at this time Naruto would barge in and talk his day afterwards. They would both go eat ramen, and he was happy with that, but for the past 6 years no one knows what happened to Naruto, and that shattered him. The boy of whom he thought his surrogate grandson was gone. And in a flash there stood the missing boy. Gone was the 3-4 feet boy, there a 5-7 feet teenager who was ready to go to war with Madara and Hashirama in their prime. His blonde hair reached his neck, his cerulean blue eyes had lost its shining light. He wore a black trench coat with black combat boots, black baggy pants, and underneath it stood the Uzumaki teen. Says, hey old man, long time no see. He says, giving his foxy grin at him. Hiruzen does one thing, he faints. Some time later, Hiruzen groans as he sits up and looks at the figure who was reading books on Fuinjutsu. Who are you really? Hiruzen asks, weary of him. Simple, I'm Naruto Uzumaki, or should be known as Naruto Namikaze. Replies Naruto, who takes off the hood to reveal himself. Naruto, forgive me, but it was to protect you from your parents' enemies. I never wanted this to happen to you, my boy. Can you forgive me? Asks Hiruzen. That depends on you, Gramps. First, I want to live in my parents' estate. Second, I want the truth about me, my parents and the Uzumaki clan to be known by everyone in the village. And lastly, I want the truth about the Uchiha clan massacre to be known in the village, and for Itachi, Jiraiya and Tsunade to come back here. Says Naruto. And with that, Hiruzen starts doing everything that Naruto asked to do. The villagers got the truth about the Uzumaki, the Uchiha Minato, Kushina and Itachi. Tsunade, Shizune, Taunton and Jiraiya came to the village. During that time, Sasuke and Itachi's bond had been restored. Sasuke was no longer arrogant, no, and he considered Naruto like his brother. Sakura asked Tsunade to become her apprentice and Kurenai to teach her some Jinjutsu. When both women asked why, she said she didn't want to fall behind, to be saved all the time, and they both accepted that response. All the rookies got their first kill out of the way, all except Hinata, who fainted on the spot. Needless to say, the other rookies except Kibashino, Lee Tentenino and Choji have never lost so much faith in her since they thought that she shouldn't be a shinobi, otherwise she could get killed by enemy shinobi. With Naruto, now that the truth about him has been revealed, people have become nicer to him, treating him fairly. Not that Naruto minded, it was nice to see that he was finally respected. He made his way to the academy for the team placements. Academy, okay, is everyone here? Alright, here are the team placements. Haruka says. And same as canon, Hinata was heartbroken by the fact that she couldn't be on a team with her Naruto-kun. As for Naruto, he was relieved that he was not with Hinata. He still remembers what he said to her after her confession after the day that Mizuki was captured. Flashback, Academy day after Mizuki was captured. Naruto was making his way to his class, but Hinata cut him before he could enter. Naruto, can I talk, yo? Asks Hinata. He nods his head and they go outside to talk. Naruto, the thing I wanted to say is I love you. You've been my ray of hope. Whenever I was feeling down I could watch you for hours, and you were determined never to give up. To show you were not the Nine Tails. That's why I love you for your courage. Hinata says with much courage as she can. Naruto just stood there, shocked, bewildered and for some reason, angry. What kind of person stalks people just because of their determination? She knew about my treatment, how well I don't, about her feelings in general, but still, it's kind of creepy to have my own fangirl. Now I know how Sasuke and Itachi feels about fangirls, and it is not healthy for anyone. Naruto thought to himself. Kurama was napping, so he had no idea of what was going on. Hinata, I'm sorry, but I don't have those feelings for you. Yes, I may come to love you, but only as a more nothing less. Naruto explained to her. Hinata's heart was broken and she cried, not what else to do. Naruto gave her a hug while talking soothing words to her. Then flashback, when Naruto was done spacing out, there was no one else except Sakura and Sasuke with him, and suddenly a white-haired man showed up. First impression of you, well, I can feel we're gonna have a lot of fun. Meet me on the roof. Says the man, and he leaves in a leaf shushin. The three genins soon follows him using their own shushin. Now that they all are on the roof, the man can introduce himself. Okay, we're going to introduce ourselves, example dreams, hobbies and such. Says the man. Can you go first, might give us an idea. Says Sakura. Hi, my name is Kakashi Hatake. I have many dreams, hobbies, likes and dislikes. Says Kakashi while giving the teens an eye smile. All we got was his name. Thought all three of them. Alright Pinky, you're up. Says Kakashi pointing his finger to Sakura. My name is Sakura Haruno. I like my friends the Rookie 9 sushi and books. I dislike perverts, rapists, people that kill just for fun, and people who call my friends freaks of nature. My hobby is training with Kurenai-sensei and Tsunade-sensei, reading new books and spending time with my friends. My dream is to surpass Tsunade herself and become the strongest kunoichi in the world and get married. Says Sakura happily. Right Ducky, you're next. Says Kakashi pointing to Sasuke. I'm going to kill him. No one insults my hair and lives. I'm going to burn whatever he has precious to him. Thought Sasuke angrily. Naruto was laughing so much he began turning blue, but a quick glare from Sasuke with enough killing item shut Naruto up. Clear his throat. I'm Sasuke Uchiha. I like my friends, my brother and tomato. I dislike those that mock my hair or my clan and fangirls. My hobby is training and helping Naruto with his pranks. My dream is to surpass Itachi and rebuild the Uchiha clan. Says Sasuke, and Kakashi points to Naruto to introduce himself. Hi there, I'm Naruto Namikaze Uzumaki. I like my friends Gramps, Hokage and ramen. I dislike the minute it takes to make ramen, those that can't make a difference between a kunai and a scroll, and being called fish cake. My hobby include training, reading and helping Ino with her shop. My dream is to surpass my parents and become the greatest Hokage Tobeo. Says Naruto with a foxy grin, and Kurama just groans tired of hearing that ridiculous verbal tick. Alright, now that introductions are done, I can tell you the real reason you're asked. Quite simple, you're going to do a person you need to beat is me. Says Kakashi to the team while giving them an eye smile. Now they are screwed. Can Naruto, Sasuke and Sakura survive against Kakashi? Find out next time on Rise of the Fox Chapter 3, Survival of the Fittest. Next day, Naruto, Sasuke and Sakura are waiting for Kakashi to show up, so they eat and talk about the strategy that they're going to use during the test. In a swirl of leaves, Kakashi shows up, reading his orange book. Hey, you're late. Sakura screeches as Kakashi lifts up his head a little. Did you just say something, Sakura? Kakashi says in a lazy tone as he goes back to reading his book. Later, after explaining the rules of the test, the team decided to team up against Kakashi, and they passed the test, and so Team 7 is born, and we find Naruto at his house training the ability that Kurama gave him. It's called the Fox, which allows him to control any type of fire-based jutsu, just like the second Hokage's high affinity for water, and he decides to take a nap since he's tired from training. Next morning, Team 7 is done catching that goddamn cat Gigi. Now please give us any kind of mission. I don't care if it's killing a corrupt drug lord, but if it's another tier rank, oh so help me Kami, I will prank this village so freaking hard, all my past pranks will look like a joke compared to this one. Naruto shouts at Hiruzen, who is pale as Orochimaru. Alright, here's a C rank, just don't prank the village, says Hiruzen as Tazuna comes in with a bottle of sake. So this is the shinobi I asked for. The pink one looks like she'll die if she breaks her nail. The other one looks like someone killed his dog in front of him, and his hair looks like a duck's ass, Tazuna says as Sakura tries to kill him, and Sasuke scowls at being ridiculed like this. Alright team, go prepare, we leave tomorrow at dawn, Kakashi says as the team leaves and get ready for the mission tomorrow. Next morning, we find the team outside of Konoha when suddenly two ninjas shows up and kills Kakashi with their chains, and Naruto attacks them until one of them is knocked out. He then forces and manages to get information out of Mizu's mouth and then kills him and Gozu, and the team with Kakashi, who survives cause he used a Kawarimi Jutsu at the last second, continues their journey to Wave near Tazuna's house. The team is near Tazuna's house when a big sword is seen, and thanks to Kakashi yelling at them to duck, they all survive, and on top of the sword, a man is standing before he jumps and grabs his sword. Yours Abusa, demon of the mist, and one of the 7 swordsmen of the mist, Kakashi says as he pulls his headband, and his Sharingan is seen and he prepares for the battle up ahead. Hello Kakashi Hatake, the copycat ninja, or should I say Kakashi of the Sharingan's Abusa, says as he runs towards the team. Konoha, the red-haired girl is seen walking near Hirazen's Hokage room and asks if the Hokage is here and the secretary replies and the girl continues her path to the room and after a few minutes she finds it and goes in. Hello, who are you? Hirazen wary of her. Hello, I'm Karen Uzumaki and I'm looking for my cousin Naruto Uzumaki, Karen says as Hirazen's widens. 1 hour away from Tazuna's house. Zabuza comes running right at us with his sword spinning. Naruto meets him head on. Swords clashing again and again till finally they're now trying to push each other back. Sensei, you have to leave now. I can handle him and buy you guys some time. Naruto says to him. I'll leave a shadow clone here. Says Kakashi as he goes to make the hand signs. No, there's no time, just go Kamadammit, go right freaking now. Naruto shouts to him and he goes with the others Genin and Tazuna. I'll admit brat, you interest me not only as a fellow swordsman but as a person since you are so much like me. Zabuza says and laughs. What? This can't be, no, I refuse to be like him. He slaughtered all of his friends and I never did. But I mean, what did I get from staying with him? I don't always make the right choices, but no way am I going to become Zabuza, right? No, he's messing with me. Stay stronger and Uzumaki Databeo, and I'll never give up, that's my ninja way. Naruto thought before using. Naruto uses the 8 inner gates and Kurama's chakra cloak and he goes to the second gate and uses 2 taels worth of Kurama's chakra. No, Zabuza, you fight for yourself and I fight for my precious people, that's what makes me stronger than you. Naruto says to him as he pushes him back even further than he did. He does hand signs and Naruto makes 2 shadow clones and they start focusing chakra and wind chakra for the new Justu they're about to do and they both finish their respective Justu and shout. Water style water dragon Justu. Zabuza shouts as a large serpent of water makes its way towards me and eats me. Wind style giant Rasen Shurikeni. Naruto screams as he throws a shuriken made of chakra at the serpent and as soon the shuriken hits the serpent an explosion soon follows and they both find themselves lying down and laughing. Did I like you? That's why I'm letting you go this time, but next time you're all dead. Zabuza says as Haku appears with her mask on and knocks Zabuza out and take him away. Naruto's too exhausted from the strain of using Kurama's chakra, the 8 inner gates and his strongest Justu at the same time and he falls asleep after seeing Kakashi pick him up. Tazuna's house some time later. Guys, there's something I would like to tell you. Zabuza is alive. Kakashi says to Team 7 seriously. What are we going to do then? Naruto asks Kakashi. We're going to get more chakra control with the tree walking, water walking and leaf sticking exercises. If you're done with these exercises, then I will begin to you justice based on your elemental affinity. Kakashi explains and with that, Team 7's training begin except Naruto who already did and mastered the exercises, so he would be focusing on mastering another Justu that made the Yondaime famous back in the third great ninja war, the Hiraishin. Beto's lair, and every bad guy needs a lair. Alright Zabuza, since you didn't kill the bridge builder I brought reinforcements. Trust me, he won't survive next time. Gato says as 2 persons emerge from the dark and instantly Zabuza's glare turns into a full-blown grin. Kisame and Chijuro, you 2 son of a gun, Zabuza says as Kisame gives his famous shark grin and Chijuro just HMPH and leaves. Konoha, are you sure that you truly are in Uzumaki? Because if you're lying then I will kill you right where you stand. Hirazen says to Karen while unleashing a little bit of killer intent so that she knows that he's not playing around. Yes, I'm sure Hokage-sama, and to prove to you my loyalty, I'll tell you everything that Orochimaru has planned for Konoha. She says and with that she explains Orochimaru's plan to destroy Konoha, his spies, and the plan infiltrate Suns so that he may its army and its Jinchuriki Gaara to destroy Konoha with the help of a Jinjustu that will happen during the finals of the Chunin exams. Thanks to that much information, Hirazen granted her wish, which was to become a genin that's on the same as Naruto, and Messenger Bird comes in the room and takes the letter and began reading it. When he finishes reading it he summons both Team 8, Team 10 and Anko to his room and tells them to go assist Team 7 and they had to go without Team 9 since they were on a mission and so they all immediately left for Wave where everything is going to change. An alternate universe. We see a boy that looks exactly like Naruto, except his name is Menma and he is raised by both his parents, but in reality he's a Nathan that died and was sent here to live here, and a mysterious man takes Menma and creates a fusion of the shadow clone, blood clone and soul clone, and creation of all things, and leaves the clones with his parents while he leave with the original. Back to our own universe. We see Naruto in the Fox's Den practicing the Hiraishin Kakashi and Kurama's advice. He makes about 600 shadow clones and 300 go master the Shushin and the other 300 including him go and try to crack the formula, and after a couple of days he masters the Shushin and makes progress in cracking the formula. Soon I'll be able to use it, Naruto mutters to himself, and he reverse summon himself back to Tezuna's house, and after dealing with Insri, who's been getting on his nerves with his brooding and saying that don't exist, and Naruto telling that Inari's life is better compared to him or Sasuke, and any shinobi, he goes back in the den, and finally managed to crack the formula, and starts making Hiraishin kunais and workers if he should go seek the Raijin no Ken just to in case he doesn't have any kunais with him. And so, after reverse summoning himself, meeting Haku and knocking out the bandits who were ordered to capture Tsunami, Naruto goes to the bridge when suddenly he feels the chakra of teammate Team 10 Anko and someone else who, after explaining that she's his cousin named Karen, they all make their way to the bridge. Hold on guys, we're coming, believe it. Naruto thought as they pick more speed than before in order to help the rest of Team 7 before it's too late. Unknown place. We see a man looking at the sleeping forms of Menma Uzumaki, Nathan Ketchum, Nathan Sinkamore, Naruto Uzumaki, Hiro Uzumaki, Sori Yagami, Nathan Phoenix, Nathan McGrath and Shinji Haidu, and looking at one more person. But it's time to end this. Said the man who disappeared along with Menma Uzumaki, Nathan Ketchum, Nathan Sinkamore, Naruto Uzumaki, Hiro Uzumaki, Sori Yagami, Nathan Phoenix, Nathan McGrath and Shinji Haidu. Previously, we see Naruto in the Fox's Den practicing the Hiraishin Kakashi and Kurama's advice. He makes about 600 shadow clones and 300 go master the Shushin and the other 300 including him go and try to crack the formula, and after a couple of days he masters the Shushin and makes progress in cracking the formula. Soon I'll be able to use it, Naruto mutters to himself, and he reverse summon himself back to Tezuna's house, and after dealing with an Inari, who's been getting on his nerves with his brooding and saying that heroes don't exist, and Naruto telling that Inari's life is better compared to him or Sasuke, and any shinobi, he goes back in the den, and finally managed to crack the formula and starts making Hiraishin kunais and workers if he should go seek the Raijin no Ken just to in case he doesn't have any kunais with him. And so, after reverse summoning himself, meeting Haku and knocking out the bandits who were ordered to capture Tsunami, Naruto goes to the bridge when suddenly he feels the chakra of teammate Team 10 Anko and someone else who, after explaining that she's his cousin named Karen, they all make their way to the bridge. Hold on guys, we're coming, believe it. Naruto thought as they pick more speed than before in order to help the rest of Team 7 before it's too late. And now, Naruto and the others manage to arrive at the bridge just in time to see Kakashi fighting Zabuza, Sasuke fighting Haku and Sakura protecting Tazuna. Alright, this is what we're going to do. Naruto, Uraraka, Lee, Neji, Hinata, Kiba and Karen will go help Sasuke against that hunter Nin. Shikamaru and the rest of the genin will stay here and help Sakura protect the bridge builder, and us, we along with Anko, will go help Kakashi against Zabuza. Let's go. Asuma says, and Naruto's team goes inside the dome of ice while Shikamaru's team goes stand beside Sakura and the Jonins go help Kakashi against Zabuza. But Naruto and his team manage to get inside the dome of ice only to find Sasuke looking like a porcupine, courtesy of Haku throwing senbon needles all around the Uchiha boy. Hey team, you okay? Naruto asks Sasuke only for the latter to vomit blood. How the hell do you manage to ask me that dope when I'm busy trying to not die? Sasuke yells before vomiting blood. Well, it seems like he's not going to be fighting with us then. Rock Lee, Uniji, Hinata, Kiba and Karen will take Sasuke while I'm dealing with the hunter Nin so that she doesn't try anything while you're escaping. Ready, said, and gone. Naruto told them, and he created a shockwave using Kurama's chakra, destroying all of Haku's mirrors, and using the distraction the others managed to get Sasuke out of Haku's sight. So you had a plan this whole time. I must say I'm impressed, but it's still not going to be enough to defeat me. Haku said as she manipulated the broken ice around her and wrapped it on her body, and when she emerged, her right hand had a dragon claw made from ice, and she had dragon wings that were also made from ice. And Hitsugaya's Bankai. Time to go wild, Kurama. Screams Naruto to his partner. Yeah, let's go, kid. Shouts back Kurama, and Naruto was covered in blue and red chakra before the two energies began to merge and form orange chakra, and Naruto is wrapped in flames and his eyes are now red, and whole training at the Fox's Den was now complete. For the past 6 years they have spent most of their time learning how to synchronize their chakra and learn Fox Age mode, and this was the result. Naruto was in Biju mode. In less than a second Haku and Naruto began rushing and throwing punches, ab kicks at each other. Haku goes in and tried to kick Naruto on his left leg, but Naruto substituted and went behind her, summoned several chakra hands, and began to beat the living crap out of her, as if he was fighting the Shinigami Madara Hashirama, and the Rakuto Sennin were fighting him. When he was done, Haku was unconscious and Naruto went back to his normal state. But now let's help Kakashi-sensei, Naruto said as he shushined right next to Kakashi, Anko and the other senseis. Naruto, you're already done with the hunter Nin? Kakashi asked his student, and Naruto nodded his head and pointed Kakashi to where Haku was all knocked out and taken by Kiba and Choji so that the rookies could keep an eye on her and make sure that she doesn't escape. Alright, then help me fight Zabuza. Kakashi said as he lifted his headband to reveal his 3-tomoed Sharingan, and Naruto goes in Bijuu mode, and the two rushed at Zabuza, who just pushed back 2 weakened Anko and Kurenai. Naruto summoned 2 chakra hands and started to throw a barrage of punches. Zabuza dashed to Naruto's right side with his sword in his hands, and he swung the weapon at Naruto, sending him far in the water. No. First it was Tusen, then Obito Rin-sensei, Kushina senpai, and now you Naruto-kun. I never got to apologize for not always being there like you wanted. Everyone, I'm sorry for not being stronger. I hope you can all forgive me for being so weak and not protecting Naruto. Kakashi said and thought before Asuma and Guy, who was in his 5th gate, stepped up to fight Zabuza, who rushed at them, and Kakashi blacked out. Kakashi's mind. Kakashi, wake up you baka. A voice said, and Kakashi woke up only to realize he was teenager, and the voice was none other than Obito's, who was also a teenager. Obito, is it really you? Kakashi asked, and Obito shrugged his shoulders. Yes and no, yes as in it's really me, and no as in I'm just a manifestation of your mind, since I'm the one that represents the power of your Sharingan. Obito said as Kakashi fell to his knees and began sobbing. Lila child. Obito, I'm so sorry for failing you and everyone else. I should have been stronger, I should have been able to better, but I couldn't. If only your Rin-sensei and Kushina senpai didn't die, maybe I. Kakashi started only to be cut off by invisibly pissed off Obito gripped Kakashi's shirt. Really, is this the Kakashi I know? The reduced to a former shell of himself, or the one who, though I had just died, was able to stand against Jonins from me? Where is he? Kakashi. Where's that Kakashi, the one who promised me that he would honor me and protect those cared, one who fought against Shinobi from Kiri? The one who was my rival. Where is he? Hotaki Kakashi. Obito shouted at Kakashi before letting go of Kakashi's shirt, and Kakashi realized that he always had the strength to protect his precious people, and now he was going to do it. Kakashi of the Sharingan was back and better than ever. Now that's the Kakashi I know, but before you leave I have a gift for Jounin. Here. Obito before handing Kakashi his left Sharingan. Now Kakashi, do one more thing for me, wake up and live happily you team. Now wake up. Obito said, and a beam of light hit Kakashi and transported him somewhere else. Back on the bridge, when Kakashi woke up, the first thing he saw was Zabuza and an awake Haku standing along with Naruto against Geto and 700 mercenaries around him. Kill everyone except the women, I need to have some fun with them. Geto as he leered at the girls, and his mercenaries charged at them, and unfortunately they were all tired from their previous battle. Everyone stand down, I got this. Kakashi marched towards the mercenaries, and when opened his eyes it revealed 2 Sharingans who began to morph, and a blue aura wrapped around him. This was Susanoo. Hamui Shuriken Rikiri, Kakashi shouted as he threw the shuriken before charging a lightning blade and killing all of Geto's mercenaries, including the bussiness man. The mission was a success thanks to the son of the White Fang. A week later, the team got back and gave their report to the 3rd Hokage, who accepted their reports. Haku Karen joined Team 7, and Zabuza became their 2nd Jounin sensei. And now Team 7 is currently walking to the tower in order to prepare themselves for their biggest challenge, the Chunin exams. Previously, Hamui Shuriken Rikiri, Kakashi shouted as he threw the shuriken before charging a lightning blade and killing all of Geto's mercenaries, including the bussiness man. The mission was a success thanks to the son of the White Fang. A week later, the team got back and gave their report to the 3rd Hokage, who accepted their reports. Haku Karen joined Team 7, and Zabuza became their 2nd Jounin sensei. And now Team 7 is currently walking to the tower in order to prepare themselves for their biggest challenge, the Chunin exams. Now, Team 7 was currently walking to the arena, and they saw a couple of teams from each major villages such as Sunakumo, Iwa, Mizuoto, and many more teams were looking at Naruto, especially Iwa's team, since Naruto reminded them of the Yondaime Hokage, and they unleash all of their killer intent. Sakura flinches a little bit, Sasuke and Haku both shrug it off, and Naruto unleash half of his killer intent, and half of teams either faints or fall to their knees and start shaking like a leaf. Naruto eventually stops since Ibiki shows up and tells him to stop, otherwise he's going to be disqualified. The written exam was Ame in Team 7's book, since all they did was cheat with the help of shadow clones, the Sharingan ice mirrors and Jinjutsu. The team is now at the Forest of Death after completing the written exam along with 21 teams, which includes all of the rookie 12 Gaara's team, 2 team from Itagakure, 3 team from Kumagakure, 5 team from Mizugakure, 4 team from Sachigakure, and 1 team from Kusagakure. Naruto, we're gonna have to be careful, especially against that Gaara guy. Sasuke says to Naruto while glaring at Gaara, who's smiling at the thought of killing people. Let the exams begin, Anko shouts as the teams all jump to a tree in order to begin. Naruto jumps in front of Sasuke, then kills a guy from Iwa cause he was shouting "Die son of Namikaze" and whatnot. Yer days, this is going to be the worst exam of my life, isn't it? Kurama Naruto facepalming himself and asks his partner, but receives no answer. Team 7 continues their trip and get as many scrolls as possible by either knocking people out or using killer intent to get what they want. The gang has managed to get near the tower, but suddenly, a giant snake comes in front of them and they are forced to stop and a Chunin jumps from a tree and lands a couple of feet away from them. Hello Sasuke-kun. It's nice to meet you. Tell me, do you want the power to destroy your brother? If so, I can grant it to you. All you have to do is join me. Abandon this useless village and I will make you stronger than Itachi. The Chunin says while eyeing the young Uchiha carefully. Sasuke was a little bit shocked at what that Chunin just said. Him as strong as Itachi for free. Nah, that genin can piss off since the ex-Avenger really doesn't need help. Itachi's training him anyway, so what's the point of him leaving the village just to train? However, Ikinda raised some red flags in Sasuke's eyes. How is a genin able to summon a snake out of nowhere? And why didn't they sense him? That was impossible. He couldn't have done that unless. No, please, for once in my life, please let me be wrong about this. Sasuke thought as he activates his Sharingan, which are now 3 Tomo, thanks to all of Itachi's training, after he came back from his mission in Wave and forcing chakra in his eyes. Flashing through Hansings, the Uchiha boy focuses his chakra on his clan's signature jutsu. Heiten Gakakyu no Jutsu. Sasuke shout. He unleashes a huge fireball on Snake Genin, hoping it either kills him or burn him to a 3rd degree. When the smoke clears out, the mysterious ninja's mask seemed to have been burned and he looked amused at what the Uchiha just did. Congratulations Sasuke-kun. You only succeeded in destroying my mask, but no matter, as I'm going to destroy you so I can finally have Itachi's body and learn all of the jutsus in the world. My name is Orochimaru and I suggest you prepare yourselves to die. Orochimaru says as he dashed Team 7, who jump back and glare at the Snake Sannin. Eyes, we need to go all out against him. Sakura says as she starts focusing her chakra on the diamond on her forehead, then chakra starts to leak out of her hands. The kanji for inner appears on her right hand and the other, which is outer, appears on her left hand and she smashes her 2 hands together as power burst out of her body. She then takes a fighting stance. Hyoten Daigurin Hyorin Meru. Haku shouts as she covered in ice and when it breaks she's in the same armor that she was during the Wave mission and she summons a sword made out of ice and then slips into Zabuza's sword fighting stance. Kurama, time to go wild. HMPH, just crush this worm already Naruto. Naruto Kurama yell as the Jinchuriki transforms into his Bijuu mode once more as the QP avatar reveals itself. He then goes on his Kitsune Sage mode and activates his Fox Blaze, ready for the battle up ahead. Sorry Sasuke. Maybe another time. Now then, that's my boy. Work hard so you can honor the crest that you're wearing on your back. Your father may not show it Sasuke, but he talks about you all the time. Mother, father Shisui, and Itachi. Lend me your strength. The voices inside Sasuke says as his eyes begins to morph into a star-shaped eye. He then is covered by the same warrior that Kakashi used, only Sasuke's color is purple instead of blue. The team stand tall against Orochimaru, who licks his lips in glee and awe at the sight before him. Team 7 and Orochimaru unleash a battle cry as they rush each other, ready for the battle that would begin. Last time, eyes, we need to go all out against him. Sakura says as she starts focusing her chakra on the diamond on her forehead, then chakra starts to leak out of her hands. The kanji for inner appears on her right hand and the other, which is outer, appears on her left hand and she smashes her 2 hands together as power burst out of her body. She then takes a fighting stance. Hyoten Daigurin Hyorin Meru. Haku shouts as she is covered in ice and when it breaks, she's in the same armor that she was during the Wave mission and she summons a sword made out of ice and then slips into Zabuza's sword fighting stance. Kurama, time to go wild. HMPH, just crush this worm already, Naruto. Naruto Kurama yells as the Jinchuriki transforms into his Bijuu mode once more as the QP avatar reveals itself. He then goes on his Kitsune Sage mode and activates his Fox Blaze, ready for the battle up ahead. Sorry, Sasuke. Maybe another time. Now then, that's my boy. Work hard so you can honor the crest that you're wearing on your back. Your father may not show it Sasuke, but he talks about you all the time. Mother, father, Shisui and Itachi. Lend me your strength. The voices inside Sasuke say as his eyes begin to morph into a star-shaped eye. He then is covered by the same warrior that Kakashi used, only Sasuke's color is purple instead of blue. The team stands tall against Orochimaru, who licks his lips in glee and awe at the sight before him. Team 7 and Orochimaru unleash a battle cry as they rush each other, ready for the battle that would begin. Now, Orochimaru dashes at the team, who all dodge him and throw a couple of justice his way. Sasuke, in his Susanoo form, readies a chakra arrow and fires at the Sannin, who is shot but then turns into mud, revealing that this one was a mud clone. Team, Sakura and Haku. I've got a sealing jutsu that'll stop him from permanently escaping, but there is a catch. Naruto says as he looks at his teammates. What is it? Haku asks, looking at the blonde Jinchuriki. The catch is we'll be trapped here too. So none of us can leave until we kill him, or he kills us. Naruto says while scratching the back of his head. That's fine. As long as we take that bastard down, then it's no problem. Sakura shouts as she radiates more than before. Sasuke knew he had a jutsu that could use to help win this fight. Flashback. 2 weeks before Chunin exams. Sasuke, now that you have the Mangekyo Sharingan, I'm going to ask Shizune to transfer each other's eyes, so that I can then teach you Amaterasu and Tsukuyomi, little brother. Itachi says as he looks at his little brother with pride. Right. Shouldn't be too hard, right Itachi? The younger Uchiha asks his older brother, but for some reason, he felt unease looking at Itachi. I'm sorry, what were you saying just now? I was thinking about something. Itachi asks the young Uchiha, who slowly walks backwards before using body flicker to get away from the murderer of their clan. Itachi joined Sasuke at the hospital. Despite all that, one could see something on Sasuke. It was a look of happiness because even though he lost it all, even though he decided to fully accept the darkness, there was still some light in his world, and Sasuke knew that he would have to protect that light. No matter what it takes, he would protect Itachi and his happiness. He would make the Uchiha clan proud. Back to the fight. Orochimaru, you want my eyes? Then, let them go. It's me you want, not them, so leave them alone and fight me. Sasuke roars out as the former Sannin stops his onslaught on Sakura, who flips back and tries to go to Sasuke, but he stops her with a look. Kukukuku, I knew you would see things my way. Replies as he begins to lick his lips and then licks his fingers. Team 7 wasn't sure if they should just be disturbed, quit the exams or nuke the forest out of absolute fear of the former Sannin, and the threat he is to the team. Oh hell no, don't touch him, you freaking pedo. Naruto yells out, and steam can be seen coming out of Orochimaru's ears. I am not a pedophile. I just need his body, he retorts. That's pretty much what a pedophile would say if they were in your situation, Sakura says as she gives the former Sannin the bird. That's it. You're all gonna die, except for Sasuke-kun. I will have fun experimenting on your body. Orochimaru shouts as he transforms into a wide 8-headed snake. Eyes, you ready? Let's make some skin us a F-King Snake, Haku shouts with a glee sadistic smile on her face that has never been present on her ever since she joined the team. Unless she's always been like this and they just didn't know. Zabuza doesn't really say what kind of training he did with Haku, just that it made her the person she is today. You heard the lady. It's time for some raw snake on table 6. Naruto yells as he charges forward with a tailed beast bomb in his clawed hand, along with Sasuke, who readies an arrow made out of black and purple flames, courtesy of Amaterasu and his Susanoo helping him. Sakura jumps up, then grabs one of Orochimaru's heads and stabs it with a chakra-enhanced kunai to its brain, killing it for good. Sasuke launches 2 arrows and 2 Yusaka beads at 4 snakeheads, killing them with one shot. Haku was a little quicker than Sakura by freezing 2 other heads with her strongest jutsu yet. Hyoten. Tenshi no Yuki. Daiguren Hyorinmaru. Haku roars out then, a gigantic dragon of ice roars and crashes against Orochimaru's other heads, taking them down for the count. Naruto slams the Bijuadama at Orochimaru's main head and destroys it, forcing Orochimaru to revert to his human form. Eyes, let's end this and we're using that combo. The Jinchuriki shouts at his teammates, who all nod and go inside the Kurama avatar. Play music. Short DNA to Givolution theme English dub. You'll see why. Sasuke covers the avatar with Susanoo, giving it a really good defense. Especially against a former Sannin. Haku focuses her chakra and gives the avatar wings made out of ice, giving them the ability to fly, should the situation prove to be dire. Sakura channels her chakra around the body of the avatar, creating a blue lightning aura around the newly formed avatar. Kurama mode changed to majestic flight mode. Naruto yells out like a kid, causing Sasuke to facepalm himself. Dammit Naruto, this is not Digimon. Sasuke yells at QB Jinchuriki. Okay, but you gotta admit that my voice is pretty cool. Naruto reply. No, it's not. Seriously, I should have never shown you that. Sasuke says as he rubs the sides of his head to avoid a migraine. Can we kill Orochimaru and then argue? Because if you guys continue, he's going to escape. Sakura says and the 2 boys' eyes widen in shock at that mention. No, spare me. I'll be good. I'll never seek you guys again and I will never do another experiment. On that, I promise. Orochimaru says with tears in his eyes as he crosses his fingers. Okay, Team 7 replies. Wait, really? The ex-Anin asks, hopeful that he will live another day. Hell no. Who do you think we are, the first Hokage? Naruto says as he jerks a thumb at Orochimaru and makes the sign that Orochimaru is drunk, making the Sannin even more pissed off than he already was before. Then you can all die with me. Ito Tensei. Shiny Fuyon. Orochimaru yells as his body drops to the ground like a rock, then his astral projection shoots out of his body. A Shinigami appears and from the looks of it, he's not really happy. Not happy at all. Son of Yondai Mei, I wasn't expecting you. I will be taking Orochimaru's soul. Filthy snake, thought that you cheat death, deny me of what I want. Shinigami says as he stretches his palm out and absorbs the Xanin soul until there's nothing left. Right, not that this isn't fun or anything, but why aren't you going back to your realm or something like that? Naruto asks the entity as he scratches the back of his head, unable to comprehend this divine being. Because there's another threat in this world called the Akatsuki. They're seeking the Bijuu to power an artifact called the Jidomezo. I need you, Team 7, to be part of those that will stand against them and prevent them from succeeding in their goals. Shinigami says as he then takes a rainbow-colored orb and two katanas out of his back. I'm gonna guess this is some kind of power booster to help us against the Akatsuki, right? Haku asks as the Shinigami nods his head. Yes, this right here contains the full potential of your bloodlines so that you, Haku, can fully control ice in any shape and form and can also use her bloodline to its full potential. Sakura Haruno on the other hand can awaken her true self. And as for the swords, they're weapons of my making called a Zapinkudo. Shinigami says as both Haku and Sakura cautiously step forward and touch the orb, causing them to glow brightly. Wait, what's gonna happen to Sakura? And what did you mean by awakening her true self? Naruto asks as he points to Sakura and Haku's glowing shells. About 1145 years ago, there was a man named Eren Yeager who had the ability to transform into a titan. He had 3 powers that would forever change the world. Attack Titan, Founding Titan and Warhammer Titan. Separated, these powers were on par with the Ichibi, but together, they could defeat the Kyuubi if used correctly. Back to what I was saying, Eren had these 3 powers. His friend Armin Arlert had the colossal Titan power. Armin settled down with another Titan shifter named Annie Leonhardt who had the female Titan power. Another man who knew Eren is Reiner Braun and he had the armored Titan power and due to the death of 2 of his cadets which ended in him getting revenge, he gained access to the Jaw Titan and Cart Titan. And the last one is Eren's half-brother, Zeke Yeager, and he had the Beast Titan power. Shinigami explains as Naruto stares at him with wide eyes and Sasuke has his jaw dropped at the thought of Sakura becoming taller than his Suano form. Okay, but what happened to them? Those Titan Transformers, no, Titan Shifters. Now, that's a name I'm gonna keep. Naruto says as he waits for the Shinigami to further this particular matter. Their descendants kept inheriting their powers and eventually, by pure accident, Sakura had gotten them all, but they are sealed and can be unlocked by experiencing emotional trauma. If she experiences it, she can unlock a new ability. Right now thanks to my help, she can use the female Titan and the Cart Titan's powers. The Zapinkudos are for Sakura and Haku. Haku's Zapinkudo is Hai Orochimaru and Sakura's is Zanbanzakura. Well, this is it. Good luck. Shinigami says as he then leaves, just in time for Haku and Sakura to come out of their shells. Power was radiating from both of them. Amazing. I feel like I can do anything. Haku says as she picks up her Zapinkudo, then she flexes a little bit of her power by shooting a tree with an ice Senbon and it completely freezes it. Sakura picks up her Zapinkudo, then bites her hand and transforms into her Titan form before reverting to normal. Sasuke walks to Orochimaru's corpse and picks up a katana that was next to him. The kanji are Ed. Kusanagi. Good, now let's end this test. Once and for all. Sasuke says as he then activates his Susanoo, then the other members jump in the avatar and they all fly off in the direction of the tower. Chunin exams prelims. 4 days later. 4 days have passed since Orochimaru's death and the end of the second exam of the Chunin exams. Team 7 managed to get in the tower first thanks to the help of Sasuke's Susanoo. Since then, the team has been constantly training with their new powers so that they could be on par with at least low Jonin Shinobis. They were currently waiting for the first match to begin. The first match will be Ino Yamanaka vs Hinata Hyuga. Anko says as the 2 Kunoichis step on the battlefield. One with determination to surpass herself and the other wanting to brutally murder the former for committing one of the biggest sins on earth. I will let you know this, Ino-san. What's going to happen isn't because I hate you. It's because you took him away from me. You took Naruto-kun away from me. And for that, I will leave you to a fate far worse than hell itself. Come, Yamanaka, this is your last dance and it's going to be with the Lavender Demon. Hinata says in absolute rage as she puts her Hideyate on her forehead, then activates her Byakugan. She starts radiating a high level of killing intent and is aiming at Ino, who takes 2 kunes out of her pocket and aims it at Hinata. But you let him go already, he doesn't love you and I don't even if he loves me. Regardless Hinata, it's time for you to wake up and realize this isn't a fantasy. I'm gonna be the one to give you a huge wake-up call and it's starting now, Ino says as she radiates chakra around her and strengthens her resolve for what's to come. This battle was to determine who will be Naruto's future wife and neither one of them would lose to the other. This was a battle of survival. Let the battle begin, Anko shouts as the 2 Kunoichis launch themselves at each other. Ino throws her 2 kunes, then does a hand sign and 2 other Inos come out to play. Hinata deflects the oncoming kunes and they each land on the left and right side of the arena. The two Inos go where the Kunes are located and Ino Prime starts focusing chakra in order to do her clan's famous jutsu, the mind transfer jutsu. Pathetic. Academy justice won't work on me, she should know that by now. Unless I see. Go ahead, Ino, do it. Because that your jutsu will be your last. Hinata thought to herself as Ino is done with the preparations of her jutsu and it's aimed at the Hyuga heiress with the intent to settle this, once and for all. This is the end, Hinata. Mind transfer jutsu, Ino shouts, and as soon she shouts those words, her body drops like a sack of potatoes and Hinata freezes, meaning the jutsu worked. Hinata Hyuga, forfeit. Says the now possessed Hinata before freezing up and standing there like a statue. What the heck is going on here, Naruto shouts, worried about Ino and this jutsu that she just used against Hinata. Ino should have gotten out already. Ino, get out of there. She's gonna kill you, Shikamaru yells out before being restrained by Choji, Asuma and Kurenai. Kurenai, answer me this. Did you by any chance train your genin in mental resistance, Kakashi asks, worried about the consequences that could come from this battle. No, just Hinata. The girl. She's too precious to me. I couldn't say no. Besides, it's not like she's actually gonna kill Ino. The two of them are Leaf Shinobi and we at Konoha respect each other enough to not one another. Kurenai says, defending herself before being given a glare by none other than Naruto himself. So, not only did you neglect two of your students, but you also made sure that she could kill people inside their minds. Didn't you think this through, or you are just her damned babysitter? Well, answer me, Naruto yells at her as the chakra of Kurama starts to leak out of his body, but he quickly calms down. That's none of your business, genin. What I do to train her doesn't matter to you. If you're so worried, then maybe you shouldn't have broken her heart like you so harshly did. In the end, you are just a weak, heartless and worthless demon spawn. Kurenai says coldly as she walks over to her seat with a small yet noticeable grin on her face. I'm gonna cripple this bitch, Kurama roars out within the mental link of his partner. Naruto, I'm so sorry about that. Usually, Kurenai is a lot nicer than this. It's probably just the stress of wanting Hinata to win this match. Asuma says, trying to defend his secret girlfriend before leaving to sit next to his team. She's gonna pay blood for what she's doing to Ino, Naruto says, clenching his fist so hard that blood starts pouring over before he unclenches them. Soon, he would realize that his words would be justified. Hinata's mind. Okay, what just happened back there? I know I hijacked Hinata's mind and I know it worked. Unless I did it wrong. Let's go back and try this again. Ino says as she finds the exit and runs towards it, but is then stopped by Hinata herself. I'm afraid you're not going anywhere until I make you pay for what you've done, Hinata says, as she starts making copies of herself until she knows it's enough, and they all launch themselves at Ino. They then proceed to beat her up until they feel she's had enough. Look at you walked in pretty confident. In the end, Naruto will hate you because you're weak. Hinata says as she starts making game jutsu to torture Ino. She does so by showing Ino images of Naruto killing her, having fun with Hinata and other girls, and making her friends and family tell her to kill herself. After a while, Ino loses the light in her eyes as she realizes that she should have forfeited. She shouldn't have gone to fight this monster. Enjoying yourself, Ino-chan. Cause I'm having a blast. Unfortunately, you need to get out of here so I can break your body. See you soon, buddy, Hinata says as she makes Ino exit her mind. Chunin exams. Outside of Hinata's mind, they're back, but Ino can't move because of what Hinata did to her. Ino, snap out of it, Naruto yells, but she's unresponsive and she's able to do is a simple whisper. Naruto, it's no use. She's brain dead because of her, Sakura shouts, pointing at Kurenai, who doesn't flinch and is instead focused on the match. It's over. I'll see you another time, Ino-chan. Hinata says as she begins beating the living crap out of Ino. For a while, all the spectators could see was a one-sided massacre. Screams of absolute agony and pain could be heard across the whole stadium as Hinata continued to mercilessly beat Ino until she either dies or she says she gives up on her, Naruto-kun. Yeah, love is absolutely ridiculous. Hinata ends this battle by striking Ino's spine, crippling and possibly ending her shinobi career. This battle is over. The winner of this battle is Hinata Hyuga. Someone bring the medics and Tsunade. Anko shouts as Tsunade, Shizune, Sakura and Naruto all run towards Ino. Naruto-kun, did I do, Hinata says before being cut off as Naruto passes over her, cradles emotionless Ino. Hinata, I'm gonna make you pay for what you did to her. I hate you, your sensei and your damn clan for not even stopping this. I make this promise, I will not stop until you suffer just like she did. Do you think Naruto will love you after what you did? Think again, you crazy BTCH, Sakura says as she shoulder bumps Hinata and continues her way to Ino and heal the minor damage that was done to her. Always her. It's always her. It's always gotta be her. I proved my worth to Naruto-kun, but he still went to check on her. What does she have that I don't? Kurenai sensei lied. True love doesn't exist. She lied to me. She will pay for lying to me. She said if defeat Ino in front of Naruto-kun, that he would fall in love with me. We would be holding hands, then we would be getting married and have 2 kids named Boruto and Himawari. It's not fair. Hinata thought, seething in anger, jealousy and hatred as she looks at Ino being carried bridal style by Naruto, and the two leave the stadium, along with Sakura, Shizune and Tsunade. But Hiruzen was livid. Is this what the Hyuga taught the heiress? Is this what Kurenai taught her? No, this is not the will of fire. This is the curse of hatred, and all of this for a boy. Granted, Naruto could use some love in his life, but this is not the way to do it. He would teach Kurenai a lesson she would not forget for the rest of her life. She didn't learn with Yakumo, but now because of that, Hinata, Kiba and Shino would be the last students she would have. And it would stay like that until he said otherwise. Why? Because he was the Hokage, and it was high time that he start acting like it. After 2 hours, Ino was stabilized for now, but the rage was still present, especially in Naruto, who would throw death glares at Hinata whenever he had the chance. Now was the time for vengeance. He would not stop until Hinata was begging for a mercy that he wouldn't give. It seems Shinigami heard his plea for revenge because he gave him an opponent from her team that he kinda wanted to beat into a bloody pulp. This was perfect. Naruto Namikaze vs Kiba in Inuzuka. May the two get on the battlefield, Anko shouts as they make their way to the center. I want a clean match, Naruto Gaki. No use killing him if you want to make her pay. You should beat the living acid out of him so she can learn not to mess with you. Anyway, let the battle begin, Anko says as she motions for the battle to begin. Kiba makes Akamaru swallow 3 pills, and then, he gets on all fours. Naruto, ready to go. Just remember, don't kill him for what Sensei and Hyuga BTCH did. Make them pay at their own time. Let's go, partner, Kurama shouts as Naruto goes into his chakra mode and takes out the Raijin no Ken and 2 Hiraishin Kunes. The two dashes at each other as the war between these teams has just begun. The question is, who will win? A fully serious yet angry Naruto or the very arrogant and brash Kiba? So this part ends here. Alright, that's it for today's video, guys. Let me know in the comments section how was the story, and also don't forget to like, share and subscribe. I will meet you in another video. Bye.